What is up, guys? Speed here, and today we're going to be doing our first episode of Guess the Rank on the 7.27 patch. We have 4 clips here today. Well, maybe 3. I guess we'll see, depending on how fast we go, but 3 or 4 clips we'll be looking at. If you guys aren't familiar with the series, you're somehow brutally new to this channel, welcome, first of all. Welcome. If you click the subscribe button, I'll say welcome again. Welcome. And on top of that, what the series is basically I look at your clips, you guys submit it to the YouTube community tab. So if you're going to ask in one of the Discords or the comments, Spade, where do I submit the clips? The YouTube community tab. You type in gameleap Dota, and then you're going to click on the channel, and then next to videos, it says community. And then you click it, and I make a post, and then you comment on the post. But yeah, now that we've gotten past that, smash the like button so that everyone knows they need to click on the YouTube community tab, and let's get right into it. Also, there's another link next to the description. If you click it, you're going to get sent somewhere on the internet. It's really cool. I post a lot of content over there. Recently, I made a video talking about Frislux Slark. It was a mid lane Slark where he absolutely popped off, and I'll be doing more content like that in the future. And I also just made a video also talking about how to play the new Monkey King. If you're trying to play the new Monkey King and you feel like this hero is trashed, and now that the Echo Saber doesn't work, and I don't know why, but it doesn't work, you should go check it out on the website. I talk about the new build that Royalia went. I think it's the optimal way to play the hero. I go in depth about how to just play this new Monkey King, right? What do you need to look for? How much do you farm? How much do you fight? And yeah, I'll hopefully see you guys there. Okay, so first off, we're going to be starting off with roughly 22 mice dressed as a man. Now, I know there is the book, mice, 3 mice and men or something like that. I'm going to assume this is not a tribute to that, but you're playing Chaos Knight. I don't know how I feel about Chaos Knight this patch. I'm sure it's fine. But first things first, this play overall is sketch. You wanted me to look at mid-game team fights, so here we are, 18 minutes in. So, you know, this guy walks up to you. Turns out it's not real. Now, what's the problem with this play in general, guys? For everyone watching, right? What's the problem with this play in general? It's obvious. It's obvious. You can't get more obvious than this, right? You can't. You're farming a creep wave on their hill, so you're already in aggressive position. They're not showing bottom. They're not showing top. Like, if you look at the minimap for a quarter of a second, you're gonna realize that they're all there. Right? There's no way around that, right? You're gonna realize that they're generally all there. So, you know, you go on the Monkey King and then like you do this whole rat play. Do you expect them not to see this? Like, you're walking right past the tower. What do you expect? Like, you go on this guy, but this is just trash. This is trash. Like, and then you go on this Pudge under tower, like, this guy's hella tanky. Look at this. This is the one guy you can't go on. Okay, maybe Kunkka as well. His build's right? But, you can't go on this guy. Whew. Guys, for the amount of videos I've made, I hope I've at least impacted that many people to stop diving mid-tier 1 towers and mid-tier 2 towers and top tower. Just stop diving towers. Let's get into the next fight. That's just scuffed. It's just scuffed. Your CS is honestly okay for a CK though. Looks like the lane went well as well. Just what you need to do if you're curious is you need to push in a lane and then call a smoke or plan a ward. Don't play under a tower, because you see what happened to that Witch Doctor when he couldn't pull it? That's because you're diving a tower. That's why you couldn't kill him. Stop diving towers. Okay, scheming bet ahead here. You guys are pushing the tier 2 bottom. Looks like you've picked up a Shadow Blade. Do I agree with that? I mean, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I would say maybe you feel like you need to get on top of the Witch Doctor or the Wind Ranger, which is semi-reasonable. For this game, yeah, it's okay. You guys don't have the best initiation. It feels like you almost have to be the initiator to this game. Besides Spearbreaker, who, if underfarmed, actually can't really frontline. So yeah, let's get into it. So you're pushing mid. That's hype. Looks like you're going for a bit of a wraparound. You get the haste. All right. Oh, okay. I see what you did. You went for Silver Edge. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable in CK. Yeah, hit him twice. Okay, stun. Good. Okay, no problem with that. Oh, go on that guy. What? Okay, guys. If you're trying to get to the next level in Dota, this is honestly, in my opinion, this is one of the hardest skills to learn in the game, because you basically have to train your brain to stop being like an animal brain. Right? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to call 22 mice dressed as a man an animal. That's not what I'm doing. All I'm doing is trying to say, like, you can't just panic every single time a hero enters your camera, right? Because this is most players. It's like, oh, there's a hero. Like, that's your first reaction. That's why you need to plan out who you're actually afraid of before the fight. So if I'm the CK, there's a couple of things I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of, like, initiating on this Pudge. That's not good. I'm afraid of Kunkka spells. And I'm afraid of Monkey King ulti. Other than that, I don't really care. You know, as long as I have gotten my ulti off. Obviously, if I don't have my ulti off, I don't want to get shackled. That'd be pretty bad as well. But as long as, you know, my team is with me, then like, this guy can't monkey ulti you now, because he's already committed in. Right? Once he's committed in, at any point, if you see him doing the woo-woo-woo thing, you can just walk away. You could just walk away, so you should have got him there. That's definitely a free catch. Oh my god, what is Kunkka doing? Does he not know you're there? Alright. Well, you're gonna keep pushing now. It looks like you catched a Pudge. I mean, generally, yeah, you do want to be afraid of this Monkey King ulti. However, your whole team is alive and their whole team is dead. So it seems like a reasonable push. Once again, you should just go on them. I would say this is a little bit too hesitant for my liking, but even here, I feel like you guys could have stayed and killed them. Oh, how did your team die? What? Alright, nonetheless, we're gonna guess from this. Basically what I would note about this gameplay is that your farm is definitely a little bit lackluster. Like, I'm not saying that you need to have Giga CS on CK. That's not what this hero fundamentally is good at, because it doesn't have a farming spell, right? So, I don't expect the Giga high CS. I still think it could be a little bit higher. You are 8-1 though, which is great. But even the spell casting, like, that whole mid-tier 1 play is so bad. I can't stress that enough. Like, you're never gonna see an Immortal player do something like that, and if they do, they're gonna die 100% of the time. But you just won't see them do that. Even a Divine player, I think. Like, I never know anymore. No, I'm kidding, but... Alright, let's take a guess. I think this is like... I don't want to say... It's definitely not... I don't think it's High Legend. I think it's either like Archon 1 or like Crusader 5. That's one... Yeah. I'm gonna say it's Crusader 5. I just can't... It's just... Your fight selection is just... And your ability to like go on heroes quick enough is not there. Right? It feels like you kind of haven't played Dota for long enough, or you're just not paying enough attention. It's one or the other. Sorry to be harsh, but that's my criticism. Crusader 5. And you are Archon 4. Oof, okay. Well, that's a bit... You know, I could have guessed higher. I actually like your item build. I think the Silver Edge on CK makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I like this item on CK. I think your build was pretty good. Just the fight selection was just horrendous, and hopefully you noticed that now, so yeah. Next up, we're looking at some anime trash. For everyone who likes anime, do not dislike the video. I love you. Just, I don't love what you watch. But we're going to be following your Phoenix, one of your brethren. And yeah, he said to look at the laning stage. So we're going to be paying attention to the laning stage, see what he does right, see what he does wrong, see how he casts his spells. Number one, really hate this windlace. I don't know why you need movement speed here. I would much rather see you have a Salve and a Fairy Fire and just trade it up. Your spells cost HP, right? So you need that. You know, if you went boots, I'd be like, okay, he's planning on cutting the wave, maybe. You know, I understand, but like, this build just seems like half in, half out. You know, it's like, I'm gonna run away, but I'm not gonna run away. And that's why I don't like windlace. If you're gonna buy windlace, then you should just all into regen, or you should all into boots and stick to a game plan. Not to say windlace is always bad. Dota's so complex that you never know, but hopefully that kind of makes sense about alling into a concept. You know, what do you think you need to do in the lane? Maybe it is a balanced. You know, maybe you do need to contest pulls and pull the wave at some point, so you go a bit of a balanced build. But even if you do go boots, you can get bounties and ship more tangos. So, all right, going to trading. It's not too bad. I would try to. So a little bit of a criticism here. I mean, when you're going for the fire spirits on a carry, like, this is a good opportunity because he's going for 2 last hits. So I would shoot the spirit now, right? I'm gonna assume this Spectre turns around. He has to. You know, he has to. So I'm gonna assume he turns around for the CS, and I'm gonna try to fire spirit him now, so that he can't get the CS. So you going on the disruptor there is a bit weird to me, right? A big reason why you want to use fire spirits early on is not actually. It's great for trading, right? The 80 attack speed is ridiculous, but I would say it's actually primarily to grief last hits. Considering you can't trade that well as Phoenix. You're 1 armor, bad attack range, so yeah, I would have used it to grief those CS instead of focusing so much on damage, and I would focus on, you know, going for these denies. You know, the fact that you haven't contested a single creep, that I've seen at least, like that range creep, just makes me sad. That's one of those things. I think position 4 players try to do too much when you can't. Dude, you're a Phoenix. Guys, like, if you're level 1, you're playing like a CM or a Phoenix or something like that, you can't do anything. Like, you can't. So stop trying to do so much. Just chill behind your Void Spirit. You know, he's probably got some regen items. Yeah, he's chilling. Chill behind him. Contest this creep and this creep. And then the next one, it looks like it's going to be this creep. And then you can contest this. No, it's too far, right? You don't want to go for that. So you can just contest this. And then you're chilling. But instead, you try to do too much. Like, this damage you're dealing to Spectre is so negligible. If anything, you just... Those range creeps did more damage to you. And now you're... Ugh, this trading, man. You just walked into a double creep wave and got hit twice for no reason. So, okay. I mean, yeah... That would be my criticism for the early waves, guys. If your hero's not that strong, don't try to do too much. Even here, like, I don't know why you're hitting the Disruptor. Like, look at how much disadvantage you're in. What about this tells you that you can trade here? Because Disruptor is a really good trader at level 1. People don't realize that. He's one of the best level 1 traders in Dota. He has 2 armor, which is okay. Decent damage. But most importantly, he has a very strong level 1 nuke. Right? It's, 180 damage level 1. Very high. And he has, 625 attack range. Now, Phoenix has 525 attack range. So it's really not that good. You know, if you have Fire Spirits, okay, but you don't even have Fire Spirits right now. So it's really just like the complete worst trade. You do have them now, but you kind of burn them and then use it on him late. So at that point, he's already traded. Now you get 2v1, and you even do type. I immediately regret my decision, which is good. But now you've just burnt a ton of regen. You have to eat this tango. You're going to eat this tango, and then what? You're going to be stuck on like 300 health. So you've tried to do too much before waiting for your spikes. If I'm you, I'm going to say, okay, my hero spikes at level 3, sorry. My Fire Spirit spike at level 2. And my Void Spirit also gets much stronger at level 3 as well. And then we can go hard. Then we can go hard on the Spectre, right, together. That's not what happened. And now you ship out the Salve, you ship more tangos. You haven't really been able to deny a single creep or even lasted a single creep, which is really not a good sign. It's just not. It just means you're not focused on the creeps enough to have 0-0. Alright, you got one deny. Yeah, boy. Yeah, you're definitely one of the... Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, man, this is my best advice for everyone watching. If you're watching Umi Sonata, you can tell me how to pronounce it in the comments, I have no clue. But my best advice is if you stop watching anime, you're actually gonna increase your last hits by 100%. And so for him, that's actually 0 still, so I guess you're just a lost cause. Alright, that's actually going to be about all. I kind of want to just give like a cool little analysis on getting better as support. I really love, like, that's one of my favorite things about Guess the Rank. I can just like talk about it like a small concept and then move on. You know, it's really cool to just give like tidbits of information here and there. But even here, like, you had 3 branches. Don't you want like a wand or something like that? Now you just ate them all? Like, it's funny because you traded so poorly and you're so afraid to just die, and you can't get any kills or do anything because you've traded so poorly, like, you're just eating all your branches. That's like a lot of net worth. Like, I don't want to get rid of my branches. Now I have 60 less health, less attack speed, potentially 1 less armor, less int. Alright, nice kill, but cloak? Alright, the cloak's kind of weird. Like, you can buy cloak later on, but I want to have a stick first, and then cloak. Okay, let's just move on. I'm gonna say that this is... I feel like this is about the same rank in my opinion. I'm gonna say this is like Archon 4, Archon 5. Archon 4. We'll go with Archon 4. And Umi Sonata is... Where are you at, brother? Legend 2. Okay, yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I think it's because, you know, your understanding of laning is not terrible. You're casting your spells a lot. Like, you're doing damage, but you're not contesting creeps at all, and you're doing too much before you even can. You have to understand, immortal players don't constantly dominate the lane, guys. It's all about choosing your right opportunities to do so, which is what this player lacked. It was just kind of a constant go, 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 which simply does not work in Dota. It's more often matchup or hero dependent. Alright, and last but not least, we have P name, at least on the community tab, your P name. In game, what are you? Is that some sort of sports player based on your icon? I don't really know. But you wanted me to look at your landing. Unfortunately, this is in Fortnite, so I can't actually see where you're landing. If you ever do play, you can let me know. And end fights. I'll look at your end fights. Usually it's called like late game team fights, but hey man, you're reinventing the word meta. So it looks like in terms of build here, you have Maelstrom into MKB. Personally, not a fan of this. I don't like the idea of buying Mjolnir second, because if I'm going to buy Mjolnir, I'm going to want to buy it first so that I can use the shield to farm. One of the biggest misunderstandings of Mjolnir as an item is the fact that its active should be used on creep waves to push them out and to get farmed. Every time I see like a 3k, 4k player buy this item, for some reason they just literally don't ever, oh my god, you're dead. They don't ever use Mjolnir to farm up creep waves. And also, next thing I want to say is, I'm going to be leaving this to the last clip. What I want to say though is if you want more Guess the Rank, you've enjoyed this episode, you want another one in the next 4 to 5 days. 4 to 5 days. Let's get this video to 2.5k likes. If we get to 2.5k likes, which I think is that high for the recent videos? I think that's like average-ish. I'm giving a pretty reasonable goal. For everyone who's a big Guess the Rank fanatic, you've watched to the end. I appreciate you already. You know, you're already my boys. But still, if we get to 2.5k likes in the next day or 2 days, you will have another episode of this in a couple days. And I'll either make a new post or I'll just use the clips from the last one. I'll let you guys know. You'll know if you just check the community tab, but yeah, now let's get back to the Void. Same thing about the Mjolnir point though. If you're going to buy this item, I generally recommend buying it first because it's really good for flash farming and splitting up the map in general. So that's what I would have done. And then if I'm playing Faceless Void against a team comp like this, I'm very concerned about getting chained into an arrow. And I mean, I guess you didn't know this was coming, but he has a Bloodthorn, and obviously there could be a potential chain stun from Pangos. So all in all, I would have definitely looked to get a earlier BKB. So what would I have gone? Maybe Wraithband, Wand, Treads, Mjolnir. Or Mask of Madness, Treads, Mjolnir. or Mask of Madness, Treads, Maelstrom, BKB. Just so I have a BKB at some point, because when you go 2 DPS items in a row that aren't, like, that are big DPS items, you know, big DPS items like MKB Mjolnir, even MKB Maelstrom is 2 big items in my opinion. You're delaying your timing of fighting, which in my opinion is a big problem. Oh my god, that leap in was psycho. Holy. Okay. No, you can't go up to that creep wave. Oh. Okay, let's talk about this. So why can't you go? Okay, you saw them here, but still, I don't see the Ember yet, and I still don't see the Pango. So like, there's a slight chance they can turn on you. You just need to be very cautious. They were backing. I'll give it a benefit of doubt. That was okay, but just keep that in mind, guys. Be very careful. Don't say, oh, you know, they probably left. I'm out. Okay, you find the kill into the Mirana. MKB doing a ridiculous amount of damage, as per usual. Did get nerfed though. We'll see if the item's still good. I'm gonna be watching some pros, see what they think. And I'll get back to you guys. I think it's still good. It's just a little bit more situational than it was. Okay, wow, great pickoffs from your team. I love this. I love the smoke play. Back to mid instantly. Great movement. I love the fact that you didn't stick bottom there and you actually shoved in mid. Right, it's very important to shove in mid so you can collapse. There, I would have looked for a potential chrono. I feel like you guys should have gone, you know. Reason being is that I think you saw the TA top earlier. And most importantly, there's a ward, right, guys? One of the most important things of winning mid to late game fights is fighting on wards. And so therefore, I would have definitely protected that bottom ward. I'm not a fan of the fact that your team did not protect it, which makes me feel like this is not like an immortal game, because like your movements there were really good. Not that though. Like the TA has been top all game, but nonetheless, what I was saying is the fact that you got back to mid was really good, but not protecting the ward is a bad sign. Like that's your win condition of the fight. Why? Because if you fight in vision, you don't get insta-killed by some TA with a Bloodthorn. So yeah, okay. Also, as you can see, you need this BKB / Manta much earlier. You could have even went some like Manta build, right, just to make sure you can deal with the chains. But I think your build is just really greedy, which I've said like 8 times now. Alright, getting into it, does this TA have Aegis? Okay, she does. I was gonna say, you should just chrono her if she doesn't. Okay, I mean, not a huge fan of you frontlining, to be honest. Like, I get why you are, you know, your team just does not have one. Axe does not want to frontline either. He could, but then he's gonna get a poop call, because he's just gonna get his blink cancelled over and over again, but that Q in is a psycho Q, man. You're asking to get jumped. The fact that they don't kill you here, in my opinion, is insane. Like, if this is a high MMR game, and I know I say that a lot, guys, but it's the reality, you're gonna die because of that. You're gonna get chained into an arrow, and you're dead, and then the fight's over. Also, like, okay, wow, that was... Dude, that's so early. They're still cursed. Now, look, because you don't have BKB, you're gonna have to, like, get out and... Oh, no, okay. It's okay. Pop your wand. You should use your Mjolnir shield on Axe. Bit of a mistake there. Definitely, it's one of those things that people just forget about, Mjolnir shield in general. But really good curse. I mean, it was a good follow-up chrono. It was just way too early. You know, you don't want to burn seconds on chrono. Because it was, I would say it was like a half a second to a second that you burned due to the timing. We'll look at one more fight and then we'll end it off. So, okay, you have the BKB now. Oh, dude, your jump-ins are a bit psychotic. Okay, good call. Wow, smart. Winter's Curse. I mean, Winter's Shield. Is Roche up? There's a D. Okay, so if Roche is up, okay, I didn't think it was up because TA had it on high ground, but like maybe my sense of time had just gotten warped. Okay, so you have Chrono. I would love to see you guys smoke as a group here. Like, yeah, what is this movement? I was gonna say, like, you have to ask yourself every time you're playing Dota. I don't know why I prefaced it with that, but anytime you're playing Dota, you need to ask yourself, you know, where am I standing and is it helpful to the game? So right now, what should you be doing? Your Wyvern's dead for 70. You need to either A, Mjolnir shield in a creep wave, go put this on a creep wave, or hit some jungle creeps. You're not gonna go team fight with a dead Wyvern. I mean, could you? Yeah. Maybe you guys smoked and stood on a ward. It's a 4v4. That's okay. But you don't want to definitely take a 2v4, which is what this looks like right now based upon the positioning. On top of that, you're standing right next to Axe. It's a bit sketch. If Pango has a ward, he's just gonna stun you both. You know, good BKB, good chrono though. Nice. There's no denying. Really good chrono. I'm glad you bought that BKB and not some data list or something. But okay. Yeah, I mean, good chrono. I think we'll end it there. I'm gonna say I'm getting like ancient vibes because you're pretty farmed, but at the same time your CS is like somewhat low, and the item build gives me really bad vibes. Your positioning is also not good. I would love to say ancient for some of the chronos, but like the early chrono and the greedy build and the positioning, it's just it just makes me feel a little bit off, right? Because those things, if you go up in MMR, you're gonna get punished because of it, and you're gonna lose. That's you know how it goes. But all right, I'm gonna say that this is. I feel like every single one of these games was around Archon 4. I'm gonna say this is a little bit higher. I'm gonna say that this is Ancient 1. I want to say legend, like Legend 4, Legend 5. I'm going to say Ancient 1. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Here we go. You are Legend 2. Alright, yeah. Man, I was pretty on for that episode. It definitely felt like every single game we watched, and this makes sense because the average player is about this rank, but, you know, every single game we watched, the players were competent, but, you know, it's just, that's how Dota works. You make a couple mistakes here and there that honestly are hard to even see, but they're such a big deal. That's why we love this game, right? That's why I love this game. It's so hard to see what you're doing wrong, you know, but hopefully that's what I'm teaching you guys. Hopefully that's what you're learning about. I've had a lot of good Discord messages recently, people saying, you know, hey, the videos are helping. That's awesome, guys. Like, I love hearing that. Obviously, my goal in this community is just to help you guys get better, have fun while doing it. So, hopefully you enjoy. Let's get to 2.5k likes, and I'll see you in the next one. Before you leave, just want to say a quick message. If you're trying to get better at Dota, or you just enjoyed that video, I know this is pretty general, and you're going to hear this quite a bit from me, but I recommend you sign up to gameleap.com. Why? Because I put a lot of effort into the content over there, and generally the effort I do there is different from the content you're going to see here on YouTube. It is different. In fact, I usually go a lot more in depth on topics or into niche topics that help you get to the next level even faster. Because on YouTube, I often have to keep it more mainstream. And that's even why I'm putting it at the end of this YouTube video. That's why this is at the end, because a lot of people just watch 5 minutes, they skip through just for like the dopamine spike. But if you are interested in actually getting better at Dota, I recommend you go to the description down below, get your discount right now by clicking the link, sign up, use the discount code that you're going to see there, and I hope to see you there right now. So click it, and yeah, thanks for watching.